Compton, California, a place of raw talent and relentless ambition. Out of its street emerged a new sensation, Roddy Ricch. Roddy is not just a rapper, he is a storyteller and a reflection of hustle it takes to rise above adversity. But how did a young man from Compton go from freestyling in his room to dominating the global music charts? Roddy Ricch came to the spotlight in 2018 when he released Die Young, which was his first entry into the Billboard Hot 100. Nipsey featured Roddy Ricch and Hit Boy on 2019's single Racks in the Middle, which earned Roddy Ricch a Grammy Award for Best Rap Performance. Roddy Ricch also featured on Mustard's single, Ballin' in the same year. Ballin' peaked at number 11 on Billboard Hot 100 and was nominated for Grammys. Don't miss out on the stories that matter. Hit that subscribe button and like my videos to be part of the journey. Roderick Wayne Moore Jr., known in music as Roddy Ricch, is from Compton, California. He was born on October 22, 1998. Roderick attended Compton High School. Roddy was influenced by West Coast rap legends Nipsey Hussle and K-Dot. As young as age 8, he started rapping and performed for the first time at Kendrick Lamar's show. Roddy Ricch also listened to Meek Mill, Future, and Lil Wayne growing up. He even used to listen to the church choir to help shape his music. He also learned how to make beats at age 16. Moore's professional career started in November 2017 when he released his debut mixtape, Feed the Streets. Record producer Mustard and rappers Meek Mill and Nipsey praised him for that mixtape. The mixtape featured songs like Chase the Bag and Hood Rich. These tracks caught attention and earned Roddy a loyal fan base. In 2018, Nipsey Hussle brought Roddy Ricch out as his guest at a concert in LA. In July that year, Roddy Ricch released Die Young, which was the lead single of his second mixtape, Feed the Streets 2. Roderick Moore wrote the song for his childhood friend who had died in a high-speed chase. This proved that Roddy could channel his pain and passion into timeless music. The music video of the song got over 80 million views on YouTube and over 120 million streams on Spotify. In September, Roddy Ricch also released Ricch Forever. The next month, Meek Mill also brought Roddy Ricch out as his special guest at a concert in Philadelphia and gifted him a Dream Chasers chain for being featured on Meek's album Championships. In October, Roddy Ricch released Every Season as the second single from Feed the Streets 2. He officially released the mixtape on November 2nd.
Chicken wings. Chicken wings. I had chicken wings this morning, chicken wings last night. I could fuck up some chicken wings.
Die Young peaked at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100, and Every Season peaked at number 36. His collab project with producer Marshmello, dubbed Project Dreams, was released in December 2018. In the early months of 2019, Roddy was featured alongside Hit Boy for Nipsey's single Racks in the Middle, which won a Grammy for Best Rap Performance. He also released Single Out the Mud in May 2019. On June 28th, Mustard featured Roddy Ricch on Singleballin', which was part of his studio album Perfect 10. This single dominated worldwide and also got a Grammy nomination in the same category as Racks in the Middle. In August 2019, Roddy Ricch was arrested in charge of domestic violence by his girlfriend. The charges were later dropped as there wasn't enough evidence. Later part of 2019, Roddy Ricch was set to release his biggest album of his career so far. Please excuse me for being antisocial. On October 11th, he released Big Stepper, which was the lead single of his album. On October 25th, he released the single Start With Me, featuring Atlanta rapper Gunna as the second single of the album. A month later, he dropped Tiptoe off the album, which he featured a Boogie with the Hoodie. He officially released Please Excuse for Being Antisocial in December. Lil Durk, Meek Mill, Ty Dolla $ign were all featured on the album. Upon release, the album peaked atop the Billboard 200. It became the longest-running #1 debut album in US since 2003. The album contained The Box, which entered and topped the Billboard Hot 100 chart for 11 weeks. From TikTok trends to Grammy wins, The Box was literally everywhere. High Fashion, featuring Mustard, which was also in the album, was praised by music lovers. In January 2020, Moore Jr. was featured on Meek Mill's Letter to Nipsey as a tribute song to the great Nipsey Hussle. In March, NLE Choppa featured Roddy on his single Walk 'Em Down and appeared on his studio album Top Shotta. In April 2017, DaBaby featured Roddy Ricch on his single Rockstar from his album Blame It on Baby. Rockstar went #1 on Billboard Hot 100 for 7 weeks, and it also went #1 in the UK. Roddy Ricch received an award for Album of the Year at 2020 BET Awards. In July, Roddy Ricch and 50 Cent were featured on Pop Smoke's single The Woo from Pop's album Shoot for the Stars, Aim for the Moon. Cordy also featured Rudy on Gifted as a bonus track from his album From a Bird's Eye View. Roddy Ricch was also featured on Internet Money's Lemonade remix. Roddy Ricch received 6 nominations at the 63rd Annual Grammy Awards in 2020. The nominations included Record of the Year and Song of the Year for Rockstar and The Box, Apple Music and Variety Award for his musical breakthrough in 2020. His album Please Excuse for Me, Being Antisocial was the most streamed album in that year. In 2021 June, Roddy Ricch released Late at Night, which was the lead single of his second studio album, Live Life Fast. In early December, Gunna and Future did a remix of Too Easy with Roddy Ricch for Gunna's album DS Forever. Roddy released his album Live Life Fast on December 17th. 21 Savage, Takeoff, Rest in Peace, Kodak, Future, Fivio Foreign, and Lil Baby all made features on the album. This album was literally the worst Roddy Ricch album. It didn't meet the standard his fans were expecting. The album received criticisms, leading to many saying Roddy Ricch has fallen off and has succumbed.
Shit for streams, niggas do shit for really just for clout, just to be sitting next to the next nigga. I refuse to be a person like that. I'd rather go out with just me than to try to fit into somebody else's boundaries or just try to fuck with a nigga or give him some bread to hop on my shit. If you fuck with me and fuck with the vibe I give off, because I'm speaking this from the heart, if you want to come and speak some shit from the heart on some shit that I'm fucking with, let's do that. I'm not about to pay you to do that. And we ain't about to force that vibe on each other. Like, we just gonna let them.
Moving into 2022, Roddy Ricch was featured on Post Malone's single Cooped Up, which appeared in Malone's studio album 12 Carat Toothache. In June 2022, Roddy Ricch released an extended play dubbed The Big Three. That same month, Ricch was arrested for carrying weapons after he and his crew were stopped and searched at a security checkpoint. The charges were obviously dropped. In October, Roddy announced his next mixtape, Feed the Streets 3. He continued to release the tape in November through Atlantic Records. It contains singles like Aston Martin Truck and Twin, which he featured Lil Durk. The album Feed the Streets 3 peaked at number 14 on the US Billboard 200 chart, selling 39,000 units in its first week. In 2023, Roddy Ricch did not release an album or a mixtape, but he made a couple features and collaborations with like Nardo Wick and Gucci Mane on the track Pissy. He also collaborated with record label Internet Money to release, I Remember, with Kodak Black. This year, Roddy Ricch released single 911. He also dropped Survivor's Remorse, which is likely to be the lead single for his next album planned to be released in February 2025. His first feature this year was one with Gunna on Let It Breathe track in One of Woon album. Roddy Ricch was featured on Kendrick Lamar's GNX album on Dodger Blue track. Now, the next album for Roddy Ricch, dubbed the Navy album, is set to be released in 2025 February. Music lovers are anticipating this album.